It's always good to have a choice. That's what Martin just said, and I think this is also valid for our last topic of today, to have a choice. Good morning, Lauritz.
Good morning.
Now, you stand here out of the field of our explosion-proof and process automation topics, and we talked about the modular type package, a standardization already a year ago. And you told me that there is a transition from standard 1.0 to 2.0. Now let's dig into details. So what is the actual status with the new standard 2.0?
Yes, so last year the PI organization finished the member review of the draft of the MTP 2.0 specification, and since then there have been a lot of interesting change requests that came from the PI members and basically commented that draft. And in the last month, the working group, we really put a lot of effort, time and work into processing these comments to better the specification. And we aim that at the end of April, we can finish the drafts of all specification parts and then give it to the organizations that stand behind this specification. So that is the PI organization, the NAMUR and the ZVEI. And these then take probably 1 or 2 more months for their internal reviews of that draft. Until then, the final release can be published.
Okay, now this period was necessary because there are a lot of innovations and updates integrated into the latest version. So what are the key features and functions which were added now?
Yes, that is true. So one very important point about the MTP 2.0 specification is that it's the first consistent release of all specification parts. So really from sheet 1 to part 6, everything is included on the same version. That was a little bit different with the version 1.0. And then also a lot of, let's say, interpretation gaps were being closed that existed in the past in MTP 1.0. So with that experience that we gained in past projects, were really all put into that new specification, besides, of course, new features as well. And the last thing also is that the complete document was restructured to also make it easier for international standardization. So basically to convert it into an IEC norm and therefore also have broader acceptance worldwide.
Okay. Now, standardized communication should actually allow the customers and the users to simply connect things together easily. That means in our world it has to be also integrated into TwinCAT. So TwinCAT 1, or the modular type package 1, was integrated by customers, and this is up and running, and we can see this also in an application. But what about the latest standard 2 and TwinCAT now?
Yes, so with TwinCAT MTP we already had a very comfortable solution for our customers to basically program an MTP compliant module. We use enhanced code generation mechanisms for that, for the PLC, but also for the HMI. And the latest news is that we now also have a version, a public beta ready for MTP 2.0, which is running under TwinCAT 4026 and can be delivered via our testing feed. In short time, we will also have a workload in the package manager, which makes it even easier to install that version for our customers. And this new version then is really bleeding edge in terms of what the specification offers. So we really parallelized that implementation part and the specification work to have all the new functionalities, like the part 6 is focusing on alarms, which is very important to synchronize alarms between the module and the higher level orchestration layer. And of course, all the other features will already come with that version.
So you work in the standardization group to help to finish the standard. You are in our process automation team to support our customers. And you also influence the TwinCAT team to get it already in the almost stable feed.
That is true. So as soon as the specification is released, then probably at the beginning of summer, we will also release our product for that.
Perfect. Good insights. Thank you, Lauritz.
Thank you.